Hello everyone. Today we're going to have compare and contrast. Please, before starting our lesson, try to bring your reading street book, readers and writers notebook, and your pencil case. As you know, my students, before starting any lesson, we should put in our mind that we have to learn something new. So today we have so many objectives for our lesson. I wrote some, and I hope after the lesson you'll bring a paper and a pencil and write down the things that you learned and compare your answer with this slide. Have you ever had to make a decision between two things? Maybe you wanted two toys but could only get one. How did you pick which one you wanted? Most likely you use compare and contrast skills to decide. When we compare and contrast, it's generally between two things. When we compare, we look to see what is the same about the two things. The more related to each other the things are, the more there is to compare. So if we were to compare an apple and an orange, we would look at what things are the same or similar between the two. For example, they are both fruit. They both grow on trees. They are both round. They both can be eaten. These are some of the things that they have in common, so they fall into the compare category. How do I contrast? Contrasting is the opposite of comparing. Uh, when we are contrasting, we are looking at the differences in the two things. The key to contrasting is to find one aspect of something and to figure out how that aspect is different in the other. Sound confusing. So we'll look here at the example. In the example of an apple and the orange, we know that the orange have thick skin and apples don't. In order to contrast, we have to think if the orange has thick skin, what does the apple have? Apples have thin skin, so we would say orange have thick skin. In this slide, my dear students, we're going to use the Venn diagram to compare between cats and birds. We'll see here the differences between the cats and birds. Cats have fur, paws, long tails, they have teeth, and also they have pointed ears. When we go to the birds, we'll find some also differences. The first one, birds, as we know, they have feathers to fly, they don't have teeth, they have beaks, okay, and also they lay eggs, they have wings to fly, and they have ear holes. But what are the common things between the cats and birds? Both of them have claws, both of them have whiskers, both of them are vertebrates, and both of them are warm-blooded creatures. After watching the video about the polar bears and the penguins, I want you to write down here the differences and the same things that are in common between these two animals. Now, my dear students, I want you to open your readers and writers notebook, page 317. You will find our title for our lesson, compare and contrast, and then we have three important points. I want you to use your pencil to underline these important points. As we said in the first point, when you compare and contrast two or more things, you tell how they are alike and different. Actually, we have some words that can help us to compare and contrast between two or more things. The point number two, some clue words that signal that that things might be the same are like, same, both, also, and as well as. Some clue words that signal that things might be different are but, however, different, and instead. After that, we're going to read the following passage. Fong and his family traveled to Senegal for the summer. On their first night, they ate dinner at a friend's house, and instead of tables and chairs, everyone sat on the floor around a big blanket. Out came a large bowl of food. Fong watched as the dinner guests ate from the bowl of food with their hands, rather than taking food onto a plate as they did at home. The guests ate from the part of the bowl that faced them. Just like at home, the food was delicious. So, after reading the passage, I want you to fill in the Venn diagram to compare and contrast two styles of dining. I will give you like 5 minutes to reread the passage again, and at the end of the slides, you will find out the answers. Here, my dear students, I want you to compare how computers have changed. We have here two pictures, and I'm waiting for your answers. On this slide, compare and contrast between these two children. I'm waiting for your answer to send your answer on Classer.